welcome back to another edition of Avid Golfer Magazine's Fearless Fantasy Forecast. Last week, we could have killed it.
Well, we did kill it. We could have destroyed it.
If
we both had Harris English. We both had Harris English.
He threw up.
Boy, he did. It was so frustrating.
I had Sam Burns.
Yes, you
did.
He
was only picked on 12% of the team.
And we would have killed it. We would have killed it. We still won good money.
Yeah.
Had a $25 win on one team and $12 on the other, and it could have been really, really good. Somewhere when Harris English was on the 9th hole, I think we were winning like $350. It was going to be good. It was going to be really good.
Thanks, Harris. Actually, thanks, Bryson. I think he shut his wheels off.
Yeah, that is true, right? Wow.
He did.
All right. We'll talk about that Saturday, though.
This week, the Wyndham Championship. I believe it's the last event.
Till the FedEx Cup.
Yeah.
So that is exactly how I picked my teams. It's nut-cutting time. There are guys who have to play well today.
Well, Will Zalatoris has to win. He's 26, and if FedEx points were actually counted for him.
Yep.
And he has to win to get in it. It's the stupidest rule ever.
And I didn't take him.
I didn't either.
I think his back is really struggling. He's really struggling with that. He's still finishing okay, but
maybe I
couldn't trust him for what his price was. He was over $10,000, so I didn't take him.
Strength of field this week, 295 versus 325 last year. This is my big question. Why no Billy Horschel? Last 2 years in that event, 2nd and 6th.
Because he doesn't need to. Just understand this. They've got 3 events coming up in a row. They've played a bunch before this. It's a time where you're playing in here. It's one of the reasons why I didn't take Louis Oosthuizen. Why is he here?
You know, if he wins, if he wins this Comcast business bit, top 10, he gets in, I think he's top ranked going in the FedEx Cup without a win. If he comes in second, which he does very well. That seems to be his bit.
So we'll see. There are 2 guys I took on all 3 of my teams.
Okay.
I took Mito Pereira. Did you take him at all?
Once.
So I love this kid, and I've been riding him pretty good. He gets his Battlefield permission, wins 2 in a row at Korn Ferry, misses a cut his first PGA Tour event, and hasn't missed a beat since.
Did well in the Olympics.
He had 3 top 10s, and he came in 4th at the Olympics, and he looked a little tired this past week, finished 39th, but he still finished, made the cut, finished. $7,900, I took him in all 3 teams. I'm riding him. By the way, he's 177th in the FedEx Cup. He needs a top 5 to get in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he cares. He's just happy to be on the PGA Tour. And the other guy I took at 130 on the FedEx Cup points list, needs to get.
Let me guess. RF.
Ricky Fowler. And give me the stone cold lock for the week and maybe my stone cold lock for the year.
He's cursed. He's already cursed.
Ricky Fowler will be playing next week.
What does he have to finish?
He probably has to finish at least top 40 to get in, but that ain't a given for him these days. So for him to finish top 40 to get in, maybe even has to get top 30. Really depends on where.
That might be your craziest stone cold lock ever.
And I'm telling you, right now,
mess.
He's shown a few flashes. He's showed it to PGA. He showed a few flashes. I'm just thinking, now it's do or die. This is the way he does. By the way, and we'll talk about the rest of our teams. I did it with one other guy. At number 138 in the FedEx Cup, I took him on one team.
Okay.
And I think there was about 3 or 4 months ago, both of us vowed never to take this guy again. We don't trust him. It's nothing against him personally, but we just don't ever trust him. On one team, give me Justin Rose. I can't imagine that we won't see him next week.
I won't do it.
Yep, I just can't imagine it. So I have him on one team.
All right. I have 2 guys on all 3 teams. One, Adam Schenk. You go, why? He's got 5 straight cuts. It's a little over $7,000. He's got 2 top 4s in his last 3 events. And he's one of these under the radar guys.
By the way, his wife is a great follow on Twitter.
Nice.
Really fun. I recommend it.
Okay. Seamus Power. This guy might be the hottest player on tour. 4 out of 6 top 10s. He's got a win He's got a 10th and a 2 times in the 4. I mean, he's killing it, and he's made the cut the last 2 Wyndhams, and he was pretty reasonable. It was like 8,500, and he's rested. He didn't play last week.
You got any on just 2 teams?
Ryan Armour. I always go back to this guy because he's always cheap. It's about $7,000. 25th, 22nd, 8th at the Wyndham. Okay. And I also took, and that's it. That's the only guy I took on 2 teams.
Okay, I have 3 guys on 2 teams. I have Seamus Power, which I won't. He won the Barbasol, and after 2 top 10s, I'm not sure how motivated he is for this week, but you got to assume he's playing well.
Yeah.
I took Gary Woodland. Not expensive. He's 108th. He can't slip up, and I'm thinking he's looking to be in the top 75 because he doesn't want to miss.
Hard to believe that he was the U.S. Open champion just a few years ago, and he couldn't get into the WGC.
Yeah, he's struggling. And I took Johnny Vegas on 2 teams. This is one that I'm not sure why he's playing. He's 51st. He's safely in and
loves
at least
golf.
The first 2. He loves
likes
golf,
making money.
And he's playing well.
He likes making money. That's
so
what these guys
those are
do for a living.
So I'll go through the ones I've only took 1 time. I took Robert McIntyre. It's not cutting time for him too because he's only missed 1 cut since he's been playing PGA Tour stuff, but he needs to finish top 10 or top something to get in, but he needs to do well.
Okay.
So I took him 1 team. Took CT Pan. He's 120th, and he is the reigning bronze medalist champ, and he did something really fun in that playoff, beating 6 other guys. So I had to have him on a team.
Sure.
I took Ross Henley. I figure Harris English is. I think of those 2 as the same. So Harris falls off, Russ comes back on. I took Brian Harmon because he's outside the top 30, and he's better than that, and he should be in there. And my final guy, number 102, and on the FedEx Cup. So he's in, but he's not in. He had the lowest final round at the Wyndham last year. He was $6,400. And another guy I vowed never to take again. Give me Denny McCarthy.
That guy.
He's completely off my radar until I started to look and saw that he had a little 63 last year, final round, moved himself in the top 5, and look, he's played well to win them every time he's been there. He had 1 good finish in the last few weeks, and it was the last event he played. $6,400, make the cut, and he did something for me.
Why not? Why not? We're on a roll. All right, my 3 teams, along with Seamus and Shank. I got Jonathan Vegas because he's got 2 top 2s, an 11th and a 16th last 4 events.
Okay.
That's pretty decent. I took Gary Woodland, 7th and 11th last 2 events. Seems like he's over his injuries. And I took Louis Oosthuizen.
Okay.
Just because 3 top 3s, and he came in 17th at WGC. Yeah, pretty much the same reasons you have him, but he's got that Comcast bid going. Yeah. I'm not sure he cares about money unless he wants to buy another tractor.
I'm not sure why he's playing this week. He's got to be so tired. But look, the one thing we've learned, if you're running good, put the sail up, put your feet up, and ride it as long as you can, I guess. So.
All right, second team took Webb Simpson. He's got a 3rd and a 2nd in his last 2 Wyndhams.
Okay.
All right. Took Siwoo Kim, 3rd and 5th in his last 2 Wyndhams.
By the way, back up on Webb Simpson. I didn't take him. He was really expensive. He was
the most.
He hasn't done very well lately for what his price is, but he has said he has fixed his putting.
Wow.
He has been working his butt off on it.
Well, then you got to believe
putting.
him.
So I'm glad you have him.
Siwoo Kim got him Harold Varner 3rd, 15th, and 11th, his last 2. And I got Shank, Power, and Armour. And then my 3rd team, I had to take him. I got rid of Oosthuizen. I got Jason Kokrak. He's money out there. He's got 4 top 20s and a tied for 6 in his last 4 at Sedgwick. That's the golf. And he hasn't played in a while. Took Russell Henley, like you did, 9th and 31st, 3 straight top 20s. And I took Mito Pereira, 5 straight cuts. And he did pretty well at the Olympics. So
he did.
Oh, last guy. $6,300. You're going to laugh. When was the last time we took Cameron Percy?
Probably never. I used to take Scott Percy a lot.
I know. But he was 6.3, okay?
6.3 what?
$6,300.
Okay. So should have a nice little side bet between him and McCarthy.
6 straight cuts he's made.
How about that? Good for him.
Yeah.
Good
so
for
hopefully
him.
good for us.
So usually you talk about the guys you didn't take.
Yeah.
I didn't take Will Zalatoris because of his
I didn't.
back.
Nope.
I'll still root for him.
Sure.
I didn't take Oosthuizen because I thought he was tired. I didn't take Vincent Whaley.
Why is that a big deal?
Because he's been playing well. He was reasonably priced from here. Everything, but he's really far back. Yeah. So I think at that point it's almost like a Monday qualifier for a guy like that, right? Who was the guy I was saying who's 177? Mita Pereira. If he didn't have other things going for him, you start shooting at pins you don't need to be shooting at.
Yeah.
It's a little bit risky.
The only guy I didn't take Harmon. For some reason, I just wasn't feeling him this week, and I didn't take Patrick Reed. He was 5 figures.
You can see he was crossed out. He's not playing that well.
He's playing well enough, but he's not playing his style.
Look at his stuff.
Status.
He's playing well enough to make cuts and come in top 25,
top 40,
top.
yeah.
For $10,300, that's a lot to do. So
That's what I
there was a
thought.
lot of. I'll just tell you, I can't tell you. Not picking them to win. I'm not picking them to finish top 5, but Ricky Fowler to play next week, maybe my strongest so-called lock I've ever had.
Okay, I'll make a $1 bet with you.
Done.
Misses the cut.
Ooh, $2. I'm gonna say $1 makes or misses the cut, and another $1 that he's playing next week.
Okay, there you go.
And one more $1.
For
Cameron Percy versus Brandon McCarthy. Why not?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
1,6,300, 1,6,400.
Let's
a
do it.
$3 bet. $3.
Have to go in my wallet. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'll be adding to it. All right, so there you go. Our Fearless Fantasy Forecast is the Wyndham Championship. Be there, be square.